Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My group member and I will discuss about the effect of social media corrupt human interaction. Distorted image. Recent studies have found correlation of social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok can easily increase the risk of negative body image. Over the last 2 decades, that the teen ideal portrayed in the traditional media like film, television and magazine is linked to negative body image and subsequently an increased risk of disordered eating. The near constant of this teen ideal in some areas of the media normalized in a body type for the most is neither realistic or achievable. But as this image become internalized in an individual, it's become reference point for comparison and body dissatisfaction.
The point that I got from the video is social media can cause eating disorder. From the video, the man said eating disorder today are affecting people of all genders, races and socio-economic background and some cases of all ages as well. Social media such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook are playing a big part giving young people false image on how healthy body should look like. They think healthy body requires skinny body and underweight body mass. Because of the pressure from social medias, some of these young people decided to cut off their meal drastically instead of having healthy diet. Those that can't prevent themselves from this behavior can cause abnormal and harmful eating behaviors which are accompanied and motivated by unhealthy beliefs and perception about healthy looking body.
Self-harm is harming yourself on purpose. Harming yourself is not good, such as by stretching, cutting, overdosing on medication, biting or burning. Self-harm is not a mental illness, but it is often linked to mental distress. You may self-harm because you find it difficult to cope with your moods or how you feel. Everyone has their own reason for self-harming. Drinking a lot of alcohol or taking drugs may increase your risk of self-harm. You are more at risk of death if you self-harm because of accidental suicide. If you are a young person, you are more likely to self-harm. Your doctor can help if you want to stop self-harming. They might refer you for specialist support. Sharing your feelings with someone you trust can help you self-harm less and make you feel less alone. It can be hard to know how to support someone who self-harms. Being patient and learning about why people self-harm can help.
False information is not new, however, it has become a hot topic since 2017. Traditionally, we got our news from trusted resources, journalists, and media outlets that are required to follow strict code of practice. However, the internet has enabled a whole new ways to publish, share, and consume information and news with very little regulation or editorial standard. Many people now get news from social media sites and networks, and often it can be difficult to tell whether stories are credible or not. Information overload and a general lack of understanding about how the internet works by people has always contributed to an increase in fake news or false stories. Social media sites can play a big part in increase the reach of this type of stories.
I am agree with the statements that social media can be harmful to people. As we all know, social media also influence on suicide behavior and should be considered as a public health problem. More than 30,000 states in the United States and nearly 1 million suicide deaths worldwide occurs every year. For instance, there was tragedy involving a teenager from Malaysia in 2019 who killed herself after 69% of her Instagram following chose the words "D", which means die, on the post that she created. Therefore, this issue actually promoted a suicide behavior.
A study conducted at a university in the United States found that excessive use of social media is likely to cause depression. Reporting the CNET portal, a University of Pittsburgh study found that those who frequently check their social media accounts were 2 2.7 times more likely to experience depression than those who rarely check social media accounts. The study was conducted with 1,787 adults aged 19 to 32 years and took into account social media platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, Snapchat, Reddit, Tumblr, Pinterest, Vine, and LinkedIn. On average, social media users spend 61 minutes a day checking their social media accounts. You have depression when you have 5 or more of these symptoms for at least 2 weeks. Your mood is depressed for most of the day, especially in the morning. You feel tired or have a lack of energy almost every day. You feel worthless or guilty almost every day. You have a hard time focusing, remembering details, and making decisions. You can't sleep or you sleep too much almost every day. You have lost or gained weight.